Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome for the first time if you are new. We are back to watch another episode of Silo. This is Season 3, Episode 8. It is called Grey Goo. I'm super pumped to jump into it, so before we do that, if you end up enjoying my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That is linked in the description down below. You just sync up your own copy of the episode and you can watch along with me. And then lastly, if you like video games and want to watch me play video games, consider subscribing to my gaming channel, also linked in the description down below. I play all the latest games releasing over there. But other than that, let's jump into another episode of Silo. Okay, tell us what happened. Okay, yeah, that was a drone. We knew that. Is Lucas dead?
Hey! 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 Oh, what the fuck was that? What? Are they saying anything over the radio? I don't know. I don't know. It's not working. You shot! What? You don't feel that? Oh, shit! Went through the radio!
That's not good. Oh, that's why his radio doesn't work.
Step there.
Well,
yeah, step at a time.
The whole reason they had two of them was in case something happened. Let him in! Like Eric Andre. Let me in!
Juliet sent us!
Open the door!
Well, how do I know you're not covered in poison?
Because I was shot. If there was any poison on me, it would have got through the hole. I would be dead already.
Open the fucking door!
Help me!
Okay, so maybe the outside isn't bad then.
All right.
Jimmy!
You know what you're doing?
Why? The book does.
He's just gonna follow the instructions. He's having his mind blown. Pictures of animals, bugs.
Hey! Go get the other guy.
You did it.
Yeah, Donnie, what is it?
Who the fuck is Donnie?
Who is this?
Oh, fuck, my name.
Detective Kelso.
This is Deputy Calso. Here on, level 17.
Calso, this is, Deputy Crane.
Juliet?
Please continue.
Yeah.
Your delivery is no longer necessary. Please return to base.
Who's Donnie?
Oh, Calso, will you get off the line?
He's so
Please shut up.
confused.
Kelso, this is, Crane. Can you hear me?
Hey.
Hey.
Really good work on level 17. Is Deputy, James there?
It's you. What? You gotta talk in code.
You're Jimmy.
You gotta do it.
I never learned how to talk in code.
This is Deputy Jimmy.
Code.
James.
Deputy Jimmy.
I haven't seen you
Since I transferred, how's the family? Is everyone okay?
My family, they're doing pretty good.
Okay, great.
Oh man. I love their dynamic so much.
James, you remember telling me about your mom? I'm gonna need you to open up an investigation into what happened to her. I wish I could tell you why, but I don't have time, so, Calso will fill you in, okay?
Let's get active. Damn, they gonna let you walk right up next to that? While it's digging? Big ass drill. It's crazy. That's a cute looking house.
The digger you saw was the prototype. 9 more are being built. 10 diggers to dig 5 additional silos each, 50 silos in total.
What are the silos for?
Seeds.
Like the seed bank in Svalbard?
No, like human seeds.
Sorry, why 10 diggers?
So we can dig 10 silos at the same time. Once the digging is complete, we'll pull the diggers out and move them on to the next 10.
In the Army Corps, we had a joke. Does the engineer see the glass as half full or half empty?
Well, I'm guessing that the engineer is an optimist, half full.
The engineer sees the glass as twice as big as it needs to be. You need more diggers.
How many more?
Well, you want 50
49?
silos. You need 50 diggers.
Well, I am rich, Daniel, but 50 diggers.
Reusing
nothing.
the diggers makes sense in theory, but, you know, hauling them up mile-deep holes costs money, too. Ask your project manager how much of the expense of the additional diggers would be offset by just leaving them where they are when they've done their job.
You don't need a no-fly zone for seed depositories and libraries.
It's a good point.
They are also for a different kind of seed. People
The white seed.
to repopulate the earth.
Splooge seed.
Repopulate.
We're facing the end of the world, and it cannot be stopped. It can only be survived.
Why are we only doing this in Georgia?
How do you feel?
Only Americans get to live?
Why are my cortisol levels high?
You found out your husband betrayed you.
You want to know how I feel? I feel tired.
That is understandable. Our airborne surveillance revisited Silo 17. The bodies of Kennedy and Lucas are gone.
Ah.
You need to find out the real reason they were sent to 17.
Hey, Pops. Been a long time.
How did you find me?
How do you know who I am?
Harwood. He gave you a new life because you built something for him. All I want to know is if he had anything to do with transporting stolen goods from Supply. Get the fuck out of here.
He's taller than you and can beat you up now.
You know, all my life I've wanted to ask you one question. How does it taste?
What the fuck are you talking
My
about?
fist, brother. I knew it. He deserved that.
Maybe it was welded shut. I don't see a weld mark, so I'm thinking maybe it was welded from the inside.
Someone sacrificed themselves?
You'll forget this. All this between us.
Hmm.
Treading at the same time.
Yeah, so don't do it. Easy peasy.
That kid is 90% juice. He'll be the last of us to forget.
You said there was a way to stop Silo 1 from killing us. Juliet wanted to send her friends to the other silo, said there were kids there who needed help. Lucas and Kennedy went instead. They didn't make it. I want to know why she sent them.
You said there were kids.
I know what I said. Come on. Why was she even willing to send her closest friends?
I mean, she's not that tight with them. But the other two?
You tried to erase what happened to her there. But you failed. Just as I hope you'll fail here. Those kids witnessed terrible things. And if you can't believe that she genuinely wants to help those children, then I don't know you anymore.
Damn. What if we open this and the poison gets out?
Yep. Roll it from the inside.
Gonna be a dead guy in there?
I'm sorry, Jimmy. There's a body in a cleaning suit.
She welded herself inside?
His mom?
Why would she do that? Because she must have known.
We have to move her. She's blocking the pipe.
Poor Jimmy.
I don't know anything about
Hank and
that.
I just found out that supplies that have been stolen could lead to us all dying in the dark. That's so big and so fucked up, I can't even comprehend it.
So
But what I
quit
can
with the
comprehend
lies, brother.
is this woman that I met just once. She struck me as a good, thoughtful person, and all she was doing was trying to find who was stealing this stuff to keep us all from dying, and she was murdered. And I just have a feeling that whatever you did with Hardwood played a part.
Fuck. What the fuck did you do?
You killed that girl?
Unless you killed Oiler Kent, I don't give a fuck what you did.
Whatever I say to you, you promise me I don't catch any shit for it.
Sure, whatever. We don't have time for this. Just tell us what happened.
Why do they need to kill a silo?
I don't know. But we have to at least consider the possibility that they have a good reason.
We just risk the lives of everyone in the silo where we don't even know their intentions.
Yes.
Why?
Because if we can cap the pipes and eliminate their ability to kill us, then we can have a conversation. And if their reasons for having the power to kill the silos is sound, then we will restore the pipes and drink the waters of oblivion.
That's fair. You know what? If you can sit down and chat with them.
All the years I did my job, often doing terrible things, I always told myself that what I was doing was justified and virtuous.
He needs to know that he was telling himself the truth.
A woman that I loved in my own way.
Judge Meadows.
I was told that her death was necessary to prevent the silo from killing itself. I can't make up for what I've done, but I will do everything I can to stop this tyranny.
I hate this.
What?
That she's agreeing with you.
Not hating you.
What I'm seeing, is this a reflection of my mood or yours?
Did your husband tell you their plans?
No. But we know they want to stop the safeguard. What I need to know is how they could do that.
I can't tell you that.
He doesn't trust you.
Okay. Well, then how about you kill us right now? Because unless you tell me how they might do this, I can't stop them.
The threats we face: nuclear war, climate collapse, viral pandemic, asteroid strike, artificial intelligence, and some we haven't thought of. But the one that is most dangerous is also the reason why I'm the richest man in history.
AI.
Nanotechnology.
Nanotechnology, okay.
But not just because it's invisible. but because I knew, I knew that an enemy government would soon realize that a nano weapon was a hell of a lot cheaper to build than a nuclear one.
Is there an imminent threat from any of these?
The fact that something will happen is inevitable. The point at which it's imminent is not the ideal time to embark on a project of this magnitude. Shit.
That's fair.
Why not just tell us?
Because if word of this silo project gets out, it could have one of two effects. Maybe our enemies step down their efforts toward our demise, knowing we will soon be able to sidestep them, or they go the other way.
When you say enemy governments, that includes Iran?
Yeah, because as I feared, they created a nano program.
Can we get to what happened to my squadron?
Your mission? Help take out a secret
Yeah.
nano facility Iran built in the mountains near the Turkmenistan border.
Our mission didn't reach its target.
There was a cloud. The cloud that you flew through that was their nano.
We did not reach our target.
We had a backup.
Right. Your friends, Daniel, in the Army Corps of Engineers, spent 2 years digging a 75-mile tunnel from Turkmenistan to right below the Iranian facility.
The second your squad came under attack, we blew up their facility with a low-yield nuclear weapon.
You don't dig a 75-mile tunnel and roll a nuke down it as backup. The whole purpose of Charlotte's mission was to provoke a response, so you could see how advanced Iran's nano shit was, am I right? You knew that her team would never reach the
They
target.
used
You
her
just
as
didn't care
bait.
because the nuke was going off no matter what, which
Charlotte,
meant
you okay?
that, God, Charlotte and her friends were nothing more than cannon fodder.
What the fuck was that supposed to achieve?
The truth. She spoke the truth out loud.
I should apologize.
Yes, you should.
No, she shouldn't. Just because she said out loud what they did to Charlotte.
Memory of your parents right now. Lucas, I'm not the guy. You're the guy. Okay? I'm the guy that believed it was nice
You're the guy
outside.
now.
Okay. Patrick?
Yeah.
You are also the guy who convinced a lot of people to follow you.
Harwood really built this?
We think so.
What is it?
Explain a lot. My father's an asshole, but he's a great engineer.
Then why'd he spend half his life in the mines?
Because he's an asshole.
Because he's an asshole.
I wrote this show.
We think Orla found it, and that's why they killed her.
They were afraid she'd turn them in for stealing.
Just building that could get them sent out to clean.
What is it? Is it a drill that goes sideways?
In your silo, do you have any rituals that you do for when someone dies?
I never knew anyone who died.
Damn.
Until everyone did.
Well, I guess we can come up with our own tradition then.
Where everyone gathers in the orchard, right? And then they lower into a hole. And then people say really nice things about the person who died. And they take a bite of fruit and they throw the rest in. It's nice. Doris is buried under a peach tree. She'll never see outside. But you know, her body's food for that tree. And maybe someday the people who eat that fruit will get to live outside. And they'll take a little piece of her with them. Anyway, I was thinking that we could do that for your mom. You know, because those kids, they've seen a lot of death. And I just thought this might be a nice way for them to have a new way to remember the dead.
That would actually be really nice.
Oh, fuck. I guess some light.
Are we... Is this the
See
pipe?
the pipe? It looks like she cut it with the handsaw.
thinking she used her welding torch to burn off any of the poison as she was cutting until she could weld the cap to the pipe. I don't know, there must have been more poison coming out than she expected.
Your mom realized that she was running out of fuel. Okay, so
Just in case she
decided
welded
to
herself
weld
shut.
herself in, because that was the only way she could keep the poison out. Jimmy, your dad gave his life to save you. And your mom gave her life to save your silo.
Your parents are heroes.
Instead of sawing, we'll pinch it. The pinch will be airtight, but we'll also cut the pipe further down, cap it, weld the cap for triple redundancy.
How do you get to it? They hacked a hole.
Hammer drill. That's loud, right? So we don't try to hide it. We send someone ahead as a GWP supervisor to check the work done by Teddy and his crew.
That could work. So who do we send up?
Someone who can pass as a supervisor?
I would, but I would attract attention, so...
Martha. Or you.
Guys.
Oh, well, that's obvious. Tell us. I want to know.
What is it?
I think we sent it to the wrong panel.
Their whole silo's turn.
And Shirley's heading here to open the panel, when the one she should be heading to is there. Okay, I have to stop her.
Alright, sure. I'm gonna pretend I know exactly what that means.
I apologize to Charlotte for what I said.
Okay, again, you don't need to apologize. They're the ones that did it.
How much is this going to cost to run a year?
The silos are meant to be self-sufficient and self-sustaining.
No. Apocalypse comes, everything's hunky-dory, got it. How about until then?
Do you even know what $1 trillion is?
It's a lot.
Right, so when all the digging and the construction is finished, we're going to put 100 people in each of the silos.
100?
That's 5,000 employees, all making $200,000 a year. 5,000 employees. That's $1 billion a year in salary alone. So, I mean, I'm only going to be able to pay for this for 1,000 years.
And just like that, another obscene amount of money is spent on this.
But it's my money. Not yours, not the taxpayers, mine.
Could you end homelessness with the money you're spending?
Easily.
Yes.
Cure Alzheimer's?
Yeah, I'm pretty damn close.
How about cancer? How about ending poverty worldwide?
Look, these are all noble goals, Miss Drew. And I hope they're achieved, I really do, but they're not my goal. Could I stop this war with money? Maybe buy Iran? Would we be safe then? I'd be safe from Iran, but not
Give it a
from
shot, brother.
the troll who lives in his mother's basement who decides he wants to hack into Missile Command and launch World War III. Or, God forbid, make a nano weapon for $300 and turns you and everyone else on the planet Earth into gray goo. Any one of these is the end of our species.
Okay. So why are we here? We can't tell anyone.
Helen, you're here because we'd like you to join the project.
In what capacity? Tell them you want double the amount of money. 500,000.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
What were you gonna tell me? You didn't think I'd notice? My dad was a doctor. He delivered babies. Why'd you tell me?
Because I knew you'd do what you're gonna do. It's just say that I can't be part of this.
That's not what I was gonna do. We had you going to the wrong hatch. Come on.
Fuck.
She's like,
Is it Knox?
I don't care if you're pregnant.
Yes, it is.
It doesn't affect the plan.
Did he take out the birth control, or did you?
He did.
He did?
You would have loved it.
Tell me.
So we got some stuff from the dentist. I couldn't feel a thing. He cried and cried as he was cutting into me. He's like, "Oh, Cheryl, I'm so sorry."
Somebody found your machine.
Fuck are you doing? I told you to not come up here. The sheriff is...
The sheriff's what, Mr. Harwood?
This is Supervisor Jenkins. Did you get the welder I asked for? Ralph Melby.
No. I've got Shirley Campbell. Why?
She's good.
See you soon.
Who's Ralph Melby? He's a welder they were going to send. Put her in seclusion.
It's also clearly code of don't come up here.
When the time comes to tell the world about the Silo project, you'll be the one to do it.
But you have to do it with their PR spin.
That is a good offer. But I have this feeling that if somehow you're right about the end of the world, I think I'd rather be blown to bits by a nuke. Oh, or turn into gray goo by nano than stick around for your post-apocalyptic underground mole people party.
Charlotte, what about you? We could use a good drone pilot. And Victor has agreed to sign on, so you'll still be able to keep working together.
Okay.
All it took was one little smile from that lady.
Daniel, if you really think we need 50 diggers, I'll get you 50 diggers.
Okay, sorry. Do I call an Uber, or how does this...
Henry is at the farmhouse, and he'll get you to a helicopter, take you wherever
She's like,
you
I'm
want to
leaving.
go.
Thank you.
And you can keep the $1 million.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
Ralph Melby. That's the name of a guy that Judicial tried to set up when Sandy and I worked together, right? Sandy was warning us.
I was afraid some assholes would break into supply, so I wanted to make sure that some shit was safe, like light bulbs.
But I don't think that keeps you from dying on the hill.
For fuck's sake. And you're
Come
an old
on,
man.
man.
He was supposed to keep his fucking big trap shut.
Yeah. He's a real shit, isn't he? But he didn't kill the girl.
I didn't kill her,
Who did?
and neither did my daughter.
Gotta guess when she told you that, she told you who did.
You're under arrest. Your punishment? Life in the mines.
What do you want to say? I'm an idiot for staying?
I have something for you. Something Victor asked me to find.
An old plant.
Smell it. Tell me if it makes you think of anything.
Rosemary. Why? The roast chicken Mom cooked every week for Sunday dinner.
Okay.
'Cause I insisted.
You insist. Sure. Someone at school convinced you that Sunday dinner meant you had to eat the same thing every Sunday, so we had to eat roast chicken every week for 2 years.
For 2 years?
I remember her.
Smell does bring back memories.
Jensen's cray-cray!
Cray-cray.
If some mouse breather does turn the world to Grey Goo, I don't want to be stuck underground with Pear Stenson and Rosin Thurman. I want to turn to Grey Goo with you.
What?
Hell yeah, brother.
Grey Goo with you.
Hell yeah, brother. Most romantic thing you can say to a girl. I want to turn into Grey Goo with you. Just blows up.
When I heard over the radio Kennedy and Lucas dying out there, I had Sandy and Danny, but
You didn't have me.
Brother, join the rebellion. Camille and Judicial are just pissing me off.
Juliet would want us to do something. And I don't intend to live long enough to forget her.
Hell yeah. But what are we gonna do? Okay, we got Jimmy back. I'm so happy. I love him. He is fantastic. He's just so precious. And he's just a sweet boy. I love him so much. And the scene of him and Patrick Kennedy was just like weirdly like sweet and tender. You know, one man who has lost someone talking to another man who's lost someone, talking kind of really to a boy who's lost someone. It was just really nice. Like, yeah. But yeah, we get to see what happened to Lucas and Patrick and how they got to the other silo, and then we get to see, you know, the gang that's over there, and it was just so beautiful. I love them so much. But a drone shot Lucas. That's interesting because he got a hole in his suit and he was fine. So theoretically, like, I know they made a big deal about like Juliet needing good tape to go outside because outside is bad, but what if it's not the outside that's bad? So like when they go out, there's like they blow air on them or whatever, and then they go out. Like it's like the decompression, or what you would call decompression, and then they go out and then they die. But if Lucas is fine because of what we saw, then theoretically the outside isn't poisonous. And that means that the air that they put on them is poisonous when they're going outside. And so if the outside is no longer poisonous, or maybe never was, why are we in the silo? Right? Like that calls into question the entire purpose of the silo, right? Because we have been told this whole time, you know, that the purpose of the silos, we're down here long enough until it is habitable outside. But theoretically, if it's fine outside, then what are we doing here, man? Like, I know it looks like crap outside, but if we can survive out there, who knows? Well, maybe the air outside is fine, but like the soil would still be, you know, impossible to grow things in. I don't know. But you couple that with Pierce Stinson, the trillionaire, being, you know, all weird and cuckoo, and it really, you know, lends some credence to the idea that like all of this is just a weird experiment that he wanted to do, and he ended the world to make it happen. Like, right? Because if it's fine outside, but we're still doing this, then the reason we're here is because he wants us here and not because of anything else. So that's something to think about. But yeah, they make it to the other side. Hello from the other side. And they find the spot where the pipe was capped, and we find Jimmy's mom. I had forgotten about this, but yeah, last season, he had talked about how like his dad led the people out, out of the silo, but he never saw his mom again. And we find out that she welded herself inside this thing to stop the poison from getting out and sacrificed herself. And so we learn that both of Jimmy's parents were kind of heroes, where, his dad died to save him and his mom died to save everybody else in the silo. And so he's kind of a hero. And then that whole conversation with Patrick Kennedy, where he is talking about his wife and he's talking about the burial ceremony that they do in their silo, and what that means for those people, what it means for the idea of the future, like what that could mean for the kids here. I just thought it was like really, really sweet, where he's like, not only was your mom a hero, but this ceremony, a different way of looking at death for these kids could change everything for them. It could be the thing that leads them outside and into a new life and all of this. And I really liked it. And the line that Jimmy had where he was like, I'd never seen anyone die until everybody died. That is crazy. Because, yeah, he was like 12. He didn't know anyone old enough maybe that had died yet, or, hadn't experienced that yet. And then suddenly everybody dies. Like, it's a lot. That's enough to break someone's brain. And that's what it did. It broke his brain a little bit. And so he is still, maturing in a way. But yeah, wonderful to have them back. Even just the little communication that him and Jules had over the walkie, like you can see her so relieved and smiling, like that's her little brother, man. Like they are tight, man. And he's just so happy, and he's like, this is Detective Jimmy. This is beautiful. Loved that. So, but yeah, they figured out where the pipe is, how to cap it, all that jazz. On our side of things, we are trying to figure out how to potentially cap that, but it's not working out because freaking Camille pisses me off. Like, unless she's like a super secret undercover agent and she is playing the longest game and she is bamboozling the frick out of this AI. Unless that is happening, I hate her. Like, cause she's just so annoying. Like, it's like, girl, give it up. Just let the good side win, please. Like, it's so frustrating. her talking with Sims, where she's like, it's back to normal. I come home and you don't. Like, our son is fine with it, and he's like, hey, that kid's made a juice. Like, he's gonna remember things for a long time. And she's trying to get information out of him, and it's so awkward. And he's like, hey, I'm not gonna tell you. Like, I'm gonna tell you it's the kids, but also, even if I'm not lying, like if it is the kids and you don't want to save them, like, you're not the woman I know. Like, you're not the person I married. I don't know who you are anymore. That's crazy. Like, that's devastating to hear, honestly. But yeah, then end of the episode, they arrest Juliet and throw her in there as well. That's crazy. Like, that's the mayor and the judge, and you just threw them in prison because you're just like allowed to, I guess, and no one's gonna have an issue with that. Like, we gotta get Camille out of here, dude. Like, she's pissing me off. But otherwise, the other large portion of the episode is in the past with Helen and Daniel finally being told everything that happened, and really being told like the full scope of this program, about how there's going to be 50 silos and they need to do this because the end of the world is coming. And Helen, she's asking all the right questions. She's like, okay, is there an immediate threat that's happening? Like, what is the immediate threat that is causing us to build these? Like, what's going on? And Pierce Denson is like, well, if we waited until there was an immediate threat, then we wouldn't have time. And it's like, okay, I guess, sure. And he's talking about like these like world-ending scenarios, like all these different things that could end the world. And he's like, all those are far off, right? But the one that we have now that is closest to ending the world is nanotechnology. And he's talking about how all these other countries have nanotechnology. And it's like, what? Like, since when? Like, it's like, I don't believe him. I don't believe him at all, because if the nanotechnology was so prevalent that all these countries have it, and that any country that doesn't like us could just end the world at any point, like, and it's that prevalent, but also it's so top secret that like nobody knows it exists, like those two things can't correlate. They don't work together. Right? So like I don't believe like his motivation of being like, this specific thing is going to end the world, and so we have to create these silos with, 500,000 people or whatever, or 50,000. No, 500,000 is correct, because it's 50 silos of 10,000 people. So like I just don't believe it. And he's like, "Oh, I'm spending so much money on this project. Like, if it wasn't real, I wouldn't be spending this much money." And Helen being like, "Okay, you have multiple trillions of dollars, essentially what you're telling me." Because he's like, he says, what he's got, like $2 trillion or something, because he said I could do this for 1,000 or 2,000 years is what I could fund this for, because it takes $1 billion a year. And he's saying, like, obviously it's real, because I wouldn't be spending this much money if it wasn't. And she's like, have you ever thought about using that money for other things? Like, you could get rid of homelessness, you could cure cancer, you could you could do all these incredible things that would make life on Earth for everybody so much better, and would essentially get rid of all reasons for war, right? Like, no one's going to war with each other if everyone's having a great time. Like, let's be real. The reasons countries go to war with each other is because somebody's getting the short end of the stick. And he essentially hits her with like, yeah, I could do all those things, but that would be too hard, and this is easier and quicker. It's like, what do you mean? Like, and it's like the typical billionaire, like trillionaire type response of like Elon Musk being like, we need to have this rocket program. Granted, SpaceX is super cool. Like, I want to be clear. I would love to separate SpaceX from Elon Musk. It's hard to do, though. But SpaceX is rad as fuck. Like, I think that's so cool. Reusable rockets, like spaceflight, all that is dope as hell. But Elon Musk being like, we have to do this. Like, we have to send people to Mars, because in however many thousands of years, Earth will be uninhabitable. And it's like, okay, how much money are you spending on this to make this happen? Like, over the course of 20 years that you're doing this, probably multiple billions and trillions of dollars. Like, you could take that money and fund climate research. You could fund, homelessness programs. You could fund, food banks. You could fund all these different things that would make life on Earth here and now infinitely better for everybody on the planet. And instead, you don't, because you're like, no, I choose this idea. Like, I picked this idea, so fuck all those other things. Like, I want to build cool rockets. And it's like, okay, like, sure, but be honest about it. Like, be honest about the fact that, like, you chose this one because you think it sounds cool, and because you want to spend your money on rockets. Like, let's not pretend that it's the only solution. Right? And that it's somehow more important than what's going on now. But also, like, let's not ignore the fact that this is going to make you a ton of money. Like, not only is it the only solution to save the world, but you're probably raking in a large monetary benefit from this. So Helen being like, this seems like bullshit, is perfect. Right, because it just gets to the core of who he is as a person, right? She's essentially laying bare the fact that he is not an altruistic person. He isn't doing this because he thinks that it's the right thing to do, or because like saving the world would be good. He's doing this because he benefits in some way. So whether it be the fact that he's like running a specific experiment on some of the silos, a la Fallout, right, where every silo, every Fallout shelter in Fallout had like a specific experiment that was going on. Whether that's happening, or maybe I don't know, maybe they have like he's invented cryo sleep, right? Because he can make a unicorn. Maybe he's invented cryo sleep, and his plan is that if he can eliminate almost all of the population of the world and then go through this whole thing, when they come out the other side of it, he will be the ruler of the world, right? Maybe it's all to feed his ego. Or maybe in his, vast technological experiments over time and all this jazz that he's got going on, he created nanobots, or his team of scientists created nanobots, and they lost control of it. And it's going to end the world anyway, and it's his fault. And so now he has to make up this whole charade of like, oh, everybody's got nanobots. It's like, does everybody have nanobots? Or did you accidentally release nanobots to everybody? Like, what's the actual truth here? And Helen succinctly being like, this is all bullshit. Like, you're a bad liar. You're benefiting from this. Like, I don't trust this. I don't want to be a part of it. Fully on board, Helen. And then learning the truth about Charlotte's mission, where they were like, yeah, we dug a 2-mile tunnel underneath Iran and nuked their facility. And them being like, okay, you wouldn't dig a 2-mile tunnel to nuke this facility as a backup. Like, that was your primary plan, was nuking this facility. Which means that you sent Helen and her squad mates to die as a distraction. Like, you used her as a distraction. Cannon fodder, correct terminology. And they're like, one, it triggers Charlotte, because obviously. And they're like, you need to apologize. Excuse me, Helen needs to apologize? No. Helen just said the truth out loud. Like, she just out loud said what happened. You guys are the one that sent this woman to die. Like, you should be apologizing. What is going on here? Why are we gaslighting the journalist into apologizing for saying out loud what happened? I don't know. Maybe they needed a more believable reason to have Charlotte stay on board this program, because, like, they must need her in the program for something. Because otherwise, I mean, I'm talking like the showrunners and story writers here, not the billionaires. Like, the show evidently needs her to be in that program for some reason. Because if they didn't, they would have her get mad at the people that she should be mad at, not at Helen. Like, they're just like, you know what? We'll just write a quick thing of like, you need to apologize. But yeah, Helen is like, F this, I'm out. And Daniel leaves with her. Now, I don't know if I'm right in this regard, but I don't know if he's telling the truth. Because, well, okay, quick thing. His line of like, if I'm gonna turn to goo, I want to do it with you. Hell yeah, brother. What a line. I mean, they've had some romantic chemistry throughout this whole thing. He's been trying again and again and again to be like, hey, blind date, we went on a date, I'm in love with you. And she's like, the whole time, like, no, it wasn't a date. Like, she's, methinks thou doth protest too much. Right? Like, she's trying too hard to be like, it wasn't a date. Like, she clearly has feelings for him. And so him being like, hey, if the world's gonna end, I would rather turn to goo with you than live in a silo without you. And it's like, brother, that's so romantic. But I don't necessarily know if I believe him, right? Because one, he's a politician. So you can't really always trust politicians. But two, like, throughout the course of this investigation, he has clearly shown that his sister is his number one priority, right? He, even initially, when Helen was like, no, I don't really want to join this and be a part of this or even figure out what's going on, all it took to get him on board was his sister being like, I want to know what happened to me. And then they find out and she's in, even though it's like you were used for a distraction. Like, why are you still in? But if she's gonna stay on board because low-key she's got a lesbian crush on the congresswoman's daughter, like, again, super flimsy reason for her being here. But, you know, it is what it is. But again, if Daniel's main priority is his sister and she's staying, I find it hard to believe that he would just be like, nah, I'm actually gonna leave too, just to go be with this girl. I mean, maybe the power of romance is that strong and the power of love moves mountains in his regard, but something tells me he lied to her and that he told them that he would still be on board. And yeah, I don't know. That could be wrong. But he seemed to solve a lot of their logistical issues right off the bat. Right? You know, where they're like, we're gonna have 10 diggers, and he's like, you're stupid, you need 50 diggers, and they're like, that's expensive, and he's like, okay, so is bringing them up from the ground. Like, you're spending money either way, you might as well get this done faster, because with 10 diggers, that's gonna take like 50 years to get this done. But if you have 50 diggers, you can get this done really quick. So like, he's already shown his value to the program. So I think he's gonna stick around. And I think he was lying to Helen, but also he's just like, I want to be in love with you and also lie to you at the same time. So who knows what's going on. What is the next episode? Next episode's called Farewell. The entire silo is stunned by an announcement from Camille. Daniel and Helen attend a special event. That is interesting. Curiouser and curiouser. But yeah, long story short, to recap, I don't trust Pierce Stenson. You know, you can never trust trillionaires and billionaires. Like, they fully have the opportunity to solve every problem that we have, and it would barely be a drop in the bucket for them, and they just don't want to, right? Like, like Elon Musk is worth almost $1 trillion. Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, George Soros, like all these billionaire people, like, are worth so much money. And solving poverty, solving homelessness, hunger crisis, you know, free education, free healthcare, all of it would be like a literal drop in the bucket to them. And they just don't want to do it. Like, they don't care. You know, the US defense budget is hundreds of billions and trillions of dollars. Like, it is an absurd amount of money each year. You take even 5% of that away and put it towards healthcare, put it towards education, and the United States becomes a literal utopia. Like, it would go from being a pretty solid country to easily being the greatest country in the history of civilization. Right? Like, you take even a little bit of that money and you put it towards social programs that help people. We're doing great. We're doing just fine. Again, if everybody's having a grand old time across the globe, no one's going to war. You know, if all these rich people were taxed appropriately and we used that money to fund things that help people, no one's going to war because no one has a reason to go to war. People only go to war because either their parents were killed by a foreign government, or, you know, ideological reasons or religious reasons or whatever. But like, if everyone across the globe is having a pretty chill time, we're not going to war with each other. And then you can drastically shrink your defense budget and you can spend that money again on helping people, and you can start to dream of bigger, grander things. You know, you can fix climate change. You know, you can at least put enough money into the problem to figure out whether it can be fixed, and if it can't, then you can spend all that money on reusable rockets to Mars if you want to. But like, It's just the whole cycle of like late stage capitalism and the CEOs that rake in all this money. It's like, bro, it's so frustrating. Like, the richest people in the world could solve every possible issue in this country, and they just don't want to because they're so greedy. They would rather buy their 50th super yacht and their 23rd mansion than fund a free food bank in Minneapolis. Right? Like, they would rather hoard all of that money than use it in a useful fashion. But yeah, I don't trust him. I think he's a scummy guy. I think he probably did this all on purpose. Or if he didn't do it on purpose, he did something on purpose that accidentally ended the world, and now he has to cover it all up somehow. And it's just like, man, like, I hate all these people. I hate all of those rich people that are doing this, because there's no way they're telling the truth. But yeah, I don't know. I've been talking too long. That's all I have to say about this one. Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Very curious to see how you feel. Otherwise, if you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon, and that is linked in the description down below. You just sync up your own copy of the episode and you can watch along with me. And then lastly, if you like video games, consider subscribing to my gaming channel, also linked in the description down below. Your support over there would mean the world. But other than that, that's all I got. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.